on earth gave you that idea? I'm actually trying to move here. Just start an organic farm. Might you know of any land for sale?
Oh, I know these people over on Green Acres.
Oh, why, that'd be perfect. I'll be farming with my feathered Noah.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me.
So you've already met Fred on the grass. Here's his lovely wife, Ethel. We kind of got our 60s sitcoms mixed up. So bunnies are named after the Mertzes, Fred and Ethel, on the I Love Lucy show. Okay, so after our first flood, a nice neighbor named Judy offered to give us her bunnies. Well, her husband showed up with 14 bunnies. And I didn't know the sexes of any of them, and it got kind of costly to feed all those bunnies. So I thought, well, gee, they have a mobile chicken unit people use on their farms to move the chickens around to eat bugs and grass and weeds. I'll just build a mobile bunny unit. Oh, what a bad idea. I got this big cart. It had wire underneath, and I just hoped and prayed that I got all females, and I put them all in this cart and wheeled them out to the field. And they were able, I had a kitty pen. Well, I stayed out there with them and watched them hop around, and they ate a whole bunch of stuff. And before you knew it, because bunnies eat and do you know what all day long. Well, I must have gotten a male in the batch. And horrors! Oh no, he's having his way with everybody. So I pulled him out of there, put him in his own little cage over here, and thought I was done with it. I go back out, there's another one humping other bunnies. I was like, oh, for Christ's sake. So I just gave up on the mobile bunny unit. I came back, put them all in cages, and within 37 gestation days, we had baby bunnies everywhere. So I put it on Craigslist and the Wimberley Community Marketplace and gifted all those bunnies. It may seem cruel to some of y'all that we keep the bunnies in cages, but the truth of the matter is there are so many predators in urban settings as well. So it's best for your bunnies to keep them in cages because otherwise they'll be eaten alive in no time. So now we're out in the greenhouse. This is for summer where I just have the hoops and the shade cloth. But in the winter time, what you do is you take the shade cloth off, you line this whole thing in secure plastic around it, plus the front and the back, and then you have your tables with all your starters, all your romaines and your spinaches and all the things you're going to put out in the spring, starting from seed, and then you bring the bunnies out. And you can bring them out in a dolly, and you put them in the greenhouse. Did you know that 2 full-grown bunnies create enough methane gas, I'm talking tooting and tinkling, to heat a 20 by 40 greenhouse? True. I was reading a real technical article one time years ago because I was using space heaters in my greenhouse. And the bill, my electric bill, was going up like crazy. So at the bottom of this real technical article, I looked and it said, or you could do like my great uncle Billy Bob. He used to swear by 2 full-grown bunnies. So I started bringing Fred and Ethel out to the greenhouse in the wintertime, and it could be 28 outside and it'd be 39, 40 degrees inside, and all my starters were just fine. If you bring them out on a dolly, you put a tray underneath her so you can collect all that alkaline poop and use that fertilizer right away or save it for later too. Did you know that you shouldn't, everybody thinks that bunnies eat carrots all day long. Well, they eat all day long, but you shouldn't feed them carrots all day long because carrots have a very high sugar content and it's not good for the bunny's health or their teeth. Did you know you can feed dandelions to your bunnies? We feed our bunnies alfalfa pellet, and they just love it. Fred can't wait every morning when I go out there and give him a kiss. That's how you kiss a bunny. You rub foreheads and tickle each other's noses. A group of rabbits is called a herd. Imagine that, a herd of bunny rabbits. That just doesn't sound right, but that's the truth. The rabbit spirit animal has always been a symbol of prosperity, abundance, and longevity. If you learned anything new about bunnies, like and share us, and we'll see you next week for Tuesday Tips from the Farm.
I was mom and she was